Hi everybody, my name is Damen Knight, and welcome as always back to my YouTube channel. Today is something really special. I have been an Aston Martin fanboy for as long as I can remember, and I have never in my life had an opportunity to drive one. And today that all changes with this beautiful 2019 Aston Martin Vantage. I'm here in the Nevada desert without most of my usual equipment, so I'm going to apologize in advance for the lack of drone shots or cool gimbal smoothed shots. I'm having to shoot all of this handheld, but the opportunity arose and I was not going to pass it up. So let's jump in the car and see if this car lives up to the fantasy that I've built up over the past several decades of my life in my head. All right, here we are in that beautiful green 2019 Aston Martin Vantage. This car is powered by a 4-liter twin-turbo V8 engine, makes about 503 horsepower, and is good for a 0 to 60 time of about 3.4 seconds, which is quick. For reference, that is 1/10 of a second faster than my 2011 Audi R8 V10 Spider. It's pretty good. Car is not light. I forget what it weighs. I think it was something like 3,700 pounds. And it gets like 18 mpg city and like 25 highway, combines 21. But in testing, I don't think anybody actually ever gets that. Before I start gushing about the car, let's just go through, like I usually do, and talk a bit about the interior. This car is a very nice place to be inside. Everything is leather, there's beautiful stitching, the seats are comfortable, there's cool splashes of that exterior color. There's a really neat little pad here that's made of leather for my knee around all of this plastic so that I have a nice cushion for my knee to hit against. There's pretty decent headroom. I mean, I'm a short guy, but like even still, the headroom is pretty good. Door pulls are these gorgeous thick leather straps that I love everything about. You know, the buttons are all these nice, crystal looking things. I mean, everything looks and feels very high quality. The steering wheel is this really cool, square, sporty design that is all the rage these days. Going some more into some specifics here. My gauge cluster is entirely digital. Looks beautiful, it's responsive. I'm a fan. You've got your standard tachometer in the middle with your digital speedo. Now it is fairly configurable based on the driving mode you're in, and you do see different things on it, accordingly. It shows you your gear and all that fun stuff. It tells you if you've got auto start stop on, because this car does have that. But it's nice, it reconfigures itself a little bit. The left shows you your gas and your water temperature and what suspension mode you're in and the outside temperature. And if you put it in track mode, it shows you other things. Shows you your oil temperature as well as your water temperature. We're going to stay out of track mode for now. We'll go back into that in a little bit. The right screen is your fairly configurable one. Now it does show you if you're in like sport mode or track mode or whatever for your powertrain, your non-suspension settings. But it can also show you, it's got our trip information up at the moment. It can show all your range and all that usual stuff. But if you do go into it here, it can also show you navigation information, radio, media, telephone, service information, and general like settings around your car. It's all accessible in that screen through the controls on the steering wheel. You've got your usual, smartphone controls and all that good stuff on your steering wheel also. Much as I love that, one thing I don't especially love is the infotainment system. Now, Aston Martin doesn't want to build their own infotainment systems. They're a small car company. So what they do is they have a deal with Mercedes. Also now includes for some of their engines. But Mercedes basically provides their infotainment systems. They might be saying, Damen, Mercedes infotainment systems are great. And yes, you are right. Unfortunately, however, Aston Martin gets the previous generation infotainment system. So, I mean, there's really cool stuff in here. Like, I can see, it's beautiful. I can see a gorgeous picture of the Aston Martin. I've got, a 360-degree camera, which hopefully we're showing you footage of here. I can do a lot through this system, but the system itself, it feels kind of old school, if that makes any sense. It's all this big wheel, then you can turn it and like select things, but it's not. You can tell that it's the old stuff. Now it is pretty neat how you control it, right? You do have that wheel, but this is also a little mouse pad here at the top of this thing, which is kind of awesome. I do like the touchpad. It's very nice, it's very intuitive. Your climate control is all right here. It's not part of the infotainment system, yay. However, the display from it is part of your infotainment system. So right, if you turn the knob to like adjust the temperature, you're gonna see it appear along the bottom. Otherwise though, I like that. I'm happy with it. It's pretty cool. Down here though is where all the fun stuff is, right? You've got your engine start stop, you've got all of your gear controls. Again, beautiful buttons, feel nice, they feel special. And then of course, you've got volume control buttons, all that. And on the left and the right, you have general stuff, right? You've got your parking sensors, you've got your hazard lights, you have something that's a picture of a camera that I don't totally know what is, and I'm going to play with that in a little bit. Right, you can go into your radio, you can go into your media, you can turn off your traction control, you can turn off your start-stop. I hate start-stop. We'll talk more about this car start-stop in a little bit, but that's where that button is. But the one thing that's a little bit interesting is the seat controls for adjusting your seat are here. I don't know that any of these cameras are showing what I'm pointing at, but basically it's by your right thigh on kind of the center tunnel here. It's an unusual place to put it, but it works. There's some nice storage. So this is a two-seater, but behind you, there is actually kind of a storage shelf that Aston has set up very nicely as a storage shelf. Trunk itself is reasonably sized. I don't have any shots of it for you here. I apologize. But it's a pretty good size. I've got my luggage and a backpack in there, and it fits no problem. So it is a usable trunk space. Looks-wise, obviously, I think this car is an absolute beauty. Aston has always had the best car designs, especially this last generation and this current one. This one, I mean, just look at it, guys. It's, cars should not be able to look as good as this looks. It's just unfair. Talk about the performance of this beast. This car sounds phenomenal, as you hear. I mean, that exhaust noise is just spectacular. It's quick. The transmission is an 8-speed ZF automatic, but trust me, guys, it's okay. I mean, just the shifts are so responsive. It is unbelievable. The shift paddles, which are, a constant complaint of mine, are perfect. This car gets it right. These shift paddles are huge. Matter of fact, editor, you can bleep this, they're f***ing huge. They're bigger than my outstretched hand in length. They stick out a good distance from the steering wheel itself. Mwah, Aston Martin, thank you. Thank you. The ride quality is great. The handling is far better than I expected it to be. I mean, obviously, I expected a lot here. And this car really is delivering. I mean, I'm throwing this into turns, and it's just eating them up like they're nothing. Like, I'm in track mode, guys. I'm in the harshest suspension mode, and I'm on a crappy road in the middle of nowhere in Nevada, and it's still comfortable. I can feel everything, but it's not jarring. It's not throwing me around. It's not making me unhappy in any way. Now, in track mode, it does go into fully manual shifting, just as an FYI for you guys, but I mean, it's It's so easy to use. I feel like usually I have more to say about these cars, but just, it's so good. I usually have things I want to complain about. I will say at highway speeds, at cruising RPMs, you get a really unpleasant noise. It's fairly high pitched. I don't really know how to describe well. But all right, guys, we're gonna do it real fast. We're gonna do our acceleration test. All right, full stop. Full stop. 3, 2, 1. Oh my god. Oh. All right, so it's not as savage as it is in my R8 when you're going. The transmission is so smooth, even at those high RPM shifts, that it's just go, 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 go. I'll take us back out of track mode for the moment. It's seamless power. It's so fast. It doesn't, you're not getting jerked around, but you're getting pushed back in your seat. And just, it feels every bit of as fast as it is. It's not the same, crazy acceleration you get out of, your McLarens or things like that. It's not that fast, but it is still incredibly fast. It feels fast. Oh God, that was so great. Oh, this is how I get in trouble, guys. This is how I get in trouble. It's really hard for me to properly describe how good this car is. In the terms of all of the cars that I've driven, the Ferrari 430 Scuderia and our McLaren, our 650S and my R8 and, the Porsche Panamera and the Jag F-Type, the V8S. I'm pretty sure this car is this car knocks the Jag off of my top 5 list. This moves up there. This is the new Jag. Just everything about it. I'm gushing more than is appropriate. Is this better than the McLaren? No. Is it better than the Ferrari? No. Is it better than my R8? I mean, my R8's a convertible and I've got the gated 6-speed, but yeah, I think this is better than the R8. And it's funny because driving out here with the car, getting ready to film, I was just doing highway driving and I was like, it's kind of loud and it makes some weird noises on highway speeds and just, But the more and more I drive it, especially on these, kind of windy back roads, the more I appreciate the car, the more fun it is, the more I just love it. And you feel special. You feel special while you're driving it. You feel like James Bond. I'm here in a t-shirt and jeans, but I still feel like I'm, a world-class super spy just being in this thing. There is a problem, though. I have to be honest, there is a problem, and it's a big problem. This car is expensive. It's really expensive. Obviously options and all of that depend, but you're going to be spending, I think, baseline is like $155,000 for a new one. You start putting options on it, you're easily pushing $200K. And that's a lot of money. It's a lot of money. And here's my problem, right? If there were just, new cars, yes, this is perfect. It's great. The problem is that used cars exist. And for the money for this, you can buy our McLaren, right? You could buy a used McLaren, and that's better. This is a hair more practical. We've got more storage space. But the McLaren is still a better car. And that's where I'm a little bit stuck, guys. That's where I'm a little bit stuck. There are such amazing used cars for the money of a new one of these. And I know this is always a problem. This is always a debate with anything, not just with this car. But this is very expensive. I think it's worth it. But I think if I'm buying a car and I'm spending new Aston Martin money, I don't think I'm getting it. I think I'm getting something else. I think I'm getting a used car, a used McLaren or something. A used one of these, I think, provides a tremendous value, or will, once, in another year or two when the used market really firms up around these. But new, I don't think I could do a new one. And I really want to. I really, really want to. You guys don't understand. I want one of these so badly. I want to go home right now, and I want to go drive to the Aston Martin dealer, and I want to buy one. Just think they want too much for it. It's a shame, because it's a magnificent car. Seriously, the infotainment system is, as far as I'm concerned, this is the only thing that lets it down. I'd also, I guess, like to see some more Alcantara in here, because I always like Alcantara, and I don't actually see any. But I mean, these are minor squibbles, I guess. Or buy one, steal one, borrow one, drive one, I guess, is really my takeaway. All right, so that is it, guys. That is the 2019 Aston Martin Vantage. I have to go give it back now, and I don't want to. I want to take it home with me, and I want to live with it forever. It's so beautiful. It's so much fun to drive. Aston Martin, if you're watching this, please give me one. Please. And yeah, I guess that's pretty much it. Guys, let me know what you thought of the car. I do apologize again for not having my usual gear, not having cool drone shots or my neat gimbal shots that I can usually do. I had to make do a little bit for this one, but okay, we're gonna step back before I end this video, because I forgot about the auto start stop system, and I said I was gonna talk about it. This has auto start stop. I understand they have to have it for emissions purposes. It's dumb. Turn it off. So as they go, this one isn't bad. It's not very disruptive. It's really quick to start up again, but it's still a pain in the butt. If you put it in track mode, it turns off, but in Sport and Sport Plus, it is on. You have a button right here. You can turn it off. Just turn it off. It's obnoxious. Even though this is the best one of any car out there that I've driven. But all right, for real now. We're going to wrap up this video. Leave a comment below. Let me know what your thoughts are on this amazing car, or on me, or on life, the universe, and everything. Whatever you like, guys. If you like the video, hit that thumbs up button. I greatly appreciate it when you do. And of course, if you like the channel, smash that subscribe button. My subs are the reason I get up every day and film these videos. Check the link in the description below for my Patreon page. You don't have to, but if you want to throw a couple of bucks my way, it helps me make all these videos and keep the channel going. And that's it, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I'm so happy that I got to share this experience with you guys, and I will look forward to seeing you all again next video.